Hey everyone, it's a new year. It's 2025 and we have to talk. This video podcast hybrid thing is something that just came into my mind out of nowhere, to be honest. Just a quick random idea. I don't want to cut a lot on this video. I just want to take my time to talk about and talk through a few topics, pretty much like a roundup of the year and foreshadowing of what's coming in 2025. For everyone who does not want to check the whole thing, there's timestamps in the description. Make sure to check it out if you just want to jump to specific topics, because this definitely will be a bit more lengthy and I can understand if you don't want to see every topic, but there will be timestamps. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Yeah, how should we start? Let's start with a little recap of 2024. The quick recap is this year was hard. It was a year full of struggle, full of working on myself, full of working out past mistakes, if you want, from my younger self years ago. And it was rough, it was tough, but in the end I learned a lot out of it. And I'm really inspired to just take everything I learned and develop it and use it to make 2025 a way better year than 2024 was. To get that aside, time with my wife still wonderful, still beautiful and everything, obviously. Couldn't be happier. We work together and it's just a pleasure to have the possibility to work together. Talking about that possibility, financially this year has been rough. The double rebrand was definitely a hard gut punch into the project. Pandorum worked out. I switched to Inhuman because of my brain not functioning right and needed change. I hustled into the Inhuman project, it worked out, and then I rebrand again at the peak of the Inhuman project pretty much. Of course, it was not the financially best decision, but to be completely honest, it was the right decision and I finally feel home with my music again. I found myself in the Inhuman time and I'm pretty stoked that I can deliver stuff like Fin Absolue Du Monde now with the Pandorum project, which definitely ties in the whole Inhuman aesthetic a tiny bit. Many people told me, LFA, DM sounds like a mixture of Code and Inhuman. And yeah, it makes sense, obviously. It's all part of my journey and I always put everything I learned together, right? That's why you guys know me and what you love about my stuff. But let's talk about that album later. Talking finances really quick again. I want to speak open with you guys. This channel here and everything I'm doing is pretty much only possible in the way that I do it because of Patreon. So if you want to support this channel, if you want to support my music and my artistry, and if you like what I'm doing, that's the most important thing. Definitely consider supporting on Patreon. It will definitely go right into the project and it will make a difference. Like every €1 makes a difference there, because the music that I make is a niche in a niche. The content that I make is pretty specific and I'm just interested in stuff that does not have the biggest audience. So having you watching this as audience, hopefully directly supporting this stuff, will help me a lot more than anything else. And I don't want to be the guy that relies on quantity over quality or who relies on clickbaity stuff or whatever. I try to do like my middle ground because of course I want to reach new people. That's like how businesses work and that's how artists work and that's how social media works. Of course you want to achieve like new people and you want to enlarge your audience, and that's what I want to do as well, but I don't want to rely on that. Like that, I don't want to make everything I do just to grow this. I want to have this stable, yes, of course, because I want to provide you the best content and the best entertainment that I can provide. Yeah, if you want to support, check it out. It would mean the absolute biggest amount to me. And we will talk about the Patreon later in this video. First of all, I just want to thank you all for the great communities that you and I created in the time of 2024. In COVID, I started this, and the last 2 years we built such a tight community. There's some amazing artists in there that I Would love to mention all the names, but there's too many incredible artists on the Discord, on the Twitch, and on the Patreon who frequently send stuff in the feedback streams. And if you want feedback on your music, you can definitely do that as well via Patreon. It's only $5 for 4 times feedback a month, which is a pretty good value if you ask me. But yeah, just having this community grow with the people that come back every week, the amazing chat. It's such a wonderful experience to be live, and I can't wait to be live next week again. I'm excited for that, and this year I will do more with the stream clips. I will upload them. I will try to grow this community into something really, really special and into a safe space for people that are just a bit different when it comes to music. The pick-me artists, if you want. No, the people, the musicians, the creators that don't really find a spot in the really, really shiny bass music realm or in the just shiny music industry itself, and want to dive into the more darker side and just do some different stuff and want to grow with that as well. So yeah, thanks again for this wonderful community. You watching this, if I talk about you, you know that. And you are a special person in my heart, not gonna lie. Next up, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the Code Pandorum comeback. I made the decision to come back as Code Pandorum, and as I foreshadowed already, it was the best decision of my life. I finally feel free in music again. I can finally do what I love, and the shows, talking about that later, the releases and everything else just has been phenomenal. The reception of you guys, the comments that sometimes are really heartbreaking, but most of the time are really, yeah, just looking into the future and being like, okay, you helped me through hard times, but your music gave me power. Reading that gives me goosebumps all the time, because I found this in making music, and if I can give you the same feeling with my music, holy damn, that's crazy. That's just absolutely crazy and mind-boggling for me that people feel the same listening to my stuff that I feel when I create the music. Because the Fin Absolue Du Monde album, let's talk about that now, is it kind of feels like a diary of this year pretty much, and also last year, because I went through a lot of mental struggle, I want to say. I don't want to dive too deep into this because I don't want any, oh, I'm so sorry for that, blah, blah, blah comments. I don't want to feel whiny or anything, but there was a lot of stuff that I had to work through. There was a lot of bad decisions that I now found got the resume from, and I had to work on it a lot. I got in therapy in February. I had, I don't know, 12, 13 sessions or something. It helped me a lot to just understand who I am, what I am, and who I want to be. And this finding myself process is what La Fin Absolue Du Monde is about. It's about metaphorically killing my own self, finding myself, and then popping out of the cocoon as the person that I am now. And probably everything that I talk about today is kind of tied into the album. So if you did not check the album La Fin Absolue Du Monde yet, this is your chance. Listen to the album, have this in mind, the story, the backstory. There is a story in this album. Like, there's this kid that got captured, and people are looking for him now, and eventually he got found, but he had to face his own fears and his own darkest thoughts to get out of that nightmare and live happily again. And this story is completely metaphorically for my last 2 years, pretty much, of just finding who I want to be, and hopefully finding how to achieve that. And yeah, listen to the album and let me know what you think, and if it come across you. I think it can be a pretty emotional journey. Talking about La Fin Absolue Du Monde, the release was absolutely crazy. It was phenomenal. The reception was so great. We are close to 500,000 streams already, without any big label support, without any... There was a playlisting, I guess, like in the Dubstep done for Nihilist, but that's it. There was no big playlists behind it, just this one. Majid, absolute legend, supported some of the songs, which helped immensely, of course. But in total, you guys killed the support on this one. It's the first time that I sold out 100 CDs before release. The last few albums, it took longer all the time. Like Out of the Devil, we still had like 20 CDs left after release, and same with the albums before. So this album definitely worked best so far in terms of sales, if you want. Streaming wise, it can be better, but it can always be better, and that's the mindset you gotta have. I don't want to compare myself to other people. I compare myself on my own journey, and I am absolutely thankful for the support you gave this album. That means this much to me. Shout out again to Mark, MORK.JPEG, I guess, on Instagram. Check him out. He made the artworks, the initial drawings for Fin Absolue Du Monde, and I edited them. So it's kind of a combination of our work. Also, I just wanted to thank my really, really good friends, Dominic and Dennis here again. Live close here, and we came up with the ideas for the video, and they acted in the video stuff for LFADM, and it it was a great few days that we recorded the video stuff. We built the story, and of course editing all the stuff. So thank you for everyone involved, and yeah, thanks to my wife as well for keeping up with my ideas and finally distributing the music and helping me with the promo as much as she can. And it was a crazy cool release. It was a fun release. It was a long release schedule, but that's how you have to do it these days. You can't just release an album. You have to do 10 singles before the album. So no song goes to waste that potentially can hit the algorithm, because that's the only way to reach new people these days. I love and hate Spotify for that, not gonna lie. Talking shows, this year with shows, it has been a lot of fun. It started growing show-wise again. Of course, people want to see Code Pandorum, and I noticed that. I played at Visa for the first time and for the second and third time this year, so I played for them 2 or 3 times this year. One was the album release party, all of LFADM, which was fantastic. I had a little Canada tour with 2 dates in Toronto and Montreal, which was really intimate, really small, but for the comeback stuff, it was pretty cool and pretty important. Also met my good friends Emir and Nightlone there, really good friends to mine, and I'm just happy to have them in my life and meet them occasionally when I tour in Canada, which is pretty cool thing. This time without my wife, which was kind of a bummer, but next year she will be with me again there. I played the Olala Festival, which is the biggest dubstep festival in France. It was incredible. I was blown away by the production. I was blown away by the hospitality. So yeah, nothing but the biggest shout out to what was the promoter again? Olala Productions. I like Get in Step, maybe both. Fantastic festival, fantastic crowd, absolute blast. Next Level Budapest, 10th anniversary. Proud to be of it, of this anniversary. I can say it already, I definitely want to come back to Budapest next year. We have a plan, but I can't mention that plan yet, unfortunately. Then we got Crypta, the biggest surprise show-wise for me. First time I played in Italy, it was my debut. I came there expecting nothing. We nearly missed our flights. We might go in depth about this on a day, but we will talk about that later again. And in Italy, I was absolutely fascinated by the crowd. It was 1 hour straight mosh pit and headbanging. The crowd was packed, it was full, like 20 people had CDs and merch and wanted to get it signed, and I never saw that many die-hard fans, I think, except in Paris or something. It was crazy. It was absolutely intense, and I loved every second of it. Also, Crypta, crazy hospitality. I love you guys. Can't wait to be back in Italy. And yeah, I talked about the album show already. I got some notes there, so if I look there occasionally, you know, okay, I got some notes written down. Just stuff that I really want to talk about. Talking about shows and stuff, I changed my management and agency situation a bit. I don't want to go too much in depth about this, but I just found someone, shout out to Vessel from Bumblebeat, who's also the manager of Gladepaling, Ricky West, Divicious, Blackside, Elrich. He did a lot of work for Don Diablo, now he's working for GPF and Cruelty mainly. Just a great person, a good friend of mine who does a fantastic job in managing all my stuff and just having the right ideas and impulses to lead me into the right direction. I know where I want to go, but sometimes I have like the short-term plan is missing sometimes. I'm pretty good in thinking for the longer run, but he's fantastic in being like, okay, if we do this, that, we might land there, so let's try that. And then we tried, and it worked for a year, and that's why I also decided to give him the chance to help me with shows. And he's also doing my bookings now. So less people that stir in the soup always helps, especially for me, because I have a hard time keeping in touch with many people, which is a big downside, especially in this kind of job. But yeah, without Vessel is doing an incredible job already when it comes to shows, especially upcoming shows. We already got some stuff lined up. We got the Baruch Festival in Rotterdam, which is my first festival in Rotterdam, and I'm excited for that, especially because it's a legendary as hell festival. And we got some more festivals already confirmed and some planning, but I'm of course not allowed to announce them yet. But so far it looks like it's pretty Europe-wide, and we other stuff show-wise as well. I would love to give you more news already, but it's coming, and we are working on some special shows, visual, aesthetic, and just vibe-wise that brings the Code project to another level when it comes to live shows, and I'm pretty excited for that. Next up, I want to talk about some stuff that just helped me through the year, and the biggest thing is that I kind of found my inner child again. I started to play Magic the Gathering again, especially Commander. I built a few decks. I used to play it with my wife. I started to play it with a friend again. I want to go to some conventions. So if you are into Magic the Gathering, let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty interested to see how many Magic heads are in my community as well, because maybe we can do some Magic Dubstep crossover content here. That would be kind of cool, I think, because I'm really deep into it, and I just love to play that stuff. Maybe we can play Magic on stream or whatever, just some fun stuff like that, you know. Then I played video games, of course. There is 2 games that directly come into my mind. I didn't script this, so there is not many games I wrote down, but first of all, there's Lords of the Fallen. On launch, it was a nightmare to play. It was laggy, it was not really well balanced, and I after like 40 minutes again or something, because it was pretty fucking bad. Then I read an article about, okay, this might be on Dark Souls level, so I was like, okay, let's download it again. I don't have anything to play right now. It's in Game Pass. I'm playing on Xbox. I played it and I got into it. Like, holy moly, this game grabbed me by the balls and dragged me through the whole game pretty much. I think I'm in the last quarter now. It got pretty hard now, and at the moment I just don't have the mindset to brute force through it, but I will definitely play to the end, and it's definitely an inspiring game. And to me, sometimes it even feels better than Dark Souls 3, especially the feels so good. It feels a bit faster. It's kind of in between Bloodborne and Dark Souls, with the Sekiro parry system and all these, like the magic system works pretty good. It's a crazy good game. Check it out if you like Dark Souls and if you haven't played it yet. And the next thing is Return to Moria. Lord of the Rings crafting survival. 3 things I'm not the biggest fan of. I started to play with my wife because she is a Lord of the Rings fan. And damn, it's so good. We only one session yet. We played it a week ago. But we continue playing it. It's so much fun. The crafting is so good. I love to just be a dwarf in mines. It's great. It's a fantastic game. I really. Next topic. That's a joke. Topic is my weight loss journey. Actually, I just look at my notes and I don't know why it's between games and movies, but maybe I wanted to switch it up a bit. So movies come after this. My weight loss journey was interesting. I was playing a show in Italy. No, it was in Geneva. That was the show after Budapest, No. Well, I played a show in Geneva and we made some... Oh, it was Oh La La, then Geneva, and then we made a week of vacation in Italy and France. And on the vacation in Italy, I noticed, damn, I don't feel well in my body. That's not the person I want to be. And you see, there's the topic again, the topic that runs through the album and my whole year. That's not the person I want to be, so I have to change something. And that's the day I changed everything. I started counting calories. I started going to the gym at least 3 times a week. And I went from it was like 110 kilograms or something, 100 over 100 kilograms. Of course, I was kind of afraid of the scale. So I don't know it 100%, but now I'm at 78.9-ish. And I feel so much better. So much healthier. I'm cooking healthier. I eat a lot more protein. And if you are interested in more tips about weight loss and staying in shape as a touring musician, or just in general, because I think I found a pretty good way to do it properly, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to help there. If people are interested in that, I can make like a full video about this and talk about how I achieved all the stuff, how I changed my diet, how I started going to the gym, and especially how my mindset changed and I did for that. So let me know in the comments below. That would be pretty, because I love talking about that, and if I can help 1 or 2 people with it, that would be an absolute honor. Then I want to talk about some movies I'll recommend to you guys. You guys know I'm a movie head. I love horror movies, especially, and there's a few. There has been a few this year that really blew me away. But I just wrote down 5 from the top of my head that I want to recommend you guys, and I don't want to spoil too much about it. Of course, there is Longlegs. Most of you probably have heard of it. If you did not hear of it, it's like a officer, like police thriller investigation type thing with a horror twist, and it's messed up. But I recommend to not watch the trailer, because then the movie might be a letdown. Just watch the movie and you might love it. It's pretty good, pretty intense, and it will definitely stick into your head. And it's with Nicolas Cage, who probably plays the role of his life. I absolutely love it. Next up is Terrifier 3. I made a video about it already. I talked about it already a bit. I watched the movie after the video, though. If you want to check the video where I make a song out of the Terrifier trailer, check it on my channel. I will definitely forget to put it in the... It's a great movie. It's a fun movie. It's brutal. I think I prefer the second Terrifier a tiny bit, but Terrifier 3, a little bloodbath to brighten up your mood. Next we got Blink Tries, pretty intense thriller about kind of P. Diddy the movie. Watch it at your own risk. It might hit you. It's pretty hit in the guts. Same with The Devil's Bath. It's a new Austrian movie. You guys know with my songs Clubhouse and Krampus and stuff, I love Austria and I love the mythology behind it, and The Devil's Bath definitely goes right into that. It's an Austrian movie about a pretty topic about people, especially women, not being happy in the marriage, and they want into depression, and stuff hits the fan, and it's pretty intense. Check it out if you like movies that go right into the guts. And the last one is Love Lies Bleeding. Just to have a little statement here. It's a movie about a lesbian bodybuilder and a lesbian co-worker in a gym, and they love each other, and then both are kind of fucked up with drugs and stuff, and it turns into a crazy thriller with some crazy twists at the end. Such a great movie, kind of feel-good movie, but also pretty intense, and absolutely I really recommend enough. Staying hydrated is also pretty important for the weight loss journey, so I'm going to do that here as well. Next up, I want to talk about the current state of dubstep, just to have it in this video. And to be honest, I don't really fucking know. I don't understand dubstep anymore. There is a lot of shit going around. There is many people doing bad stuff in the scene, exploiting the scene. There is labels that don't pay their artists. There is a lot of bad stuff going around. But at the end, I realized I have to look at my own journey. I keep my circle close. I talk to people that I really love. And I work with people that I really love, because otherwise I will get depressed and probably will drop out of the scene. So yeah, I realized I don't want to be a part of this dubstep scene. That's why I kind of tamed down on the reactions as well. I went back to it because I like the reaction stuff. I like to do the reactions, and I like to provide them to you guys because you guys like what I'm saying about it. So back for the feedbacker and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. That's why I got back into it. But I will only feedback stuff that interests me, that I like. And yeah, being part of the dubstep scene is kind of rough and tough. I think, because the scene is so messy and so weird, and it likes hypes a lot, which is kind of a problem, but that's the music industry in general. I'm working a lot more with metal bands now. I'm working with industry people for sample packs, preset packs, etc. There's a lot of stuff I'm working with and on that is outside of dubstep, and that's why I can say the dubstep scene is not the only scene I'm a part in, and that really helps me to not focus on it too much. So yeah, that's kind of the current state of dubstep in my head. I just don't understand it. Maybe I got too old, I don't know. Yeah, just bringing something special to the table is pretty important these days, and that's what I'm trying to do with the Code Project. Talking about the Code Project again, we dropped some merch. We finally found a provider with creator studios who can print on demand for pretty good prices, pretty good quality. Finally, the quality my wife, quote unquote, as Crow's Nest, and I are happy with. That's why we tried it the first time with the Fin Absolue Du Monde merch drop. You guys bought the shit out of it. I still can't believe how much LFADM merch we sold. It's phenomenal, and that brackets out the CDs, of course, because they are obviously not print on demand. But this was so insane that we planned the next merch collection already, the winter merch collection. It will stay up till like February, March-ish, and then the next collection will drop. So if you're interested to check out our winter merch collection with some pretty beanies, some incredible pieces, maybe on this side, we'll play a video right now, if I think about it, that shows some of the pieces. If you want to check it out, you got time to like February, I would say, to grab it, and the link will definitely be in the description. I also dropped a collaboration with Random Clothing to kind of get the last Inhuman pieces to people. He did an incredible job to make one-of-a-kind pieces out of the old Inhuman shirts. I love them. I love to wear it. People loved it. Everyone who got it was like, holy shit, these designs are insane. If you want to check that out, it's also in the description. There's a few pieces left with some odd sizes, unfortunately, but maybe there's something for you, and it's one of a kind. It's handmade, so don't be shocked by the price. Some people told me, oh, it's too expensive. It is not. It's handmade. You know, there's only one piece of it, and it's quality. It's so well made. Definitely check out Random Clothing. We got new merch planned as well. Don't want to give away too much, of course, and there's another collaboration with a good friend of mine. There's a little hint here in this video. And this collaboration will be fantastic as well. It will have a really theme that you all love from the album, and yeah, I can't wait to get that out as well. It will be a really good start into the year, I guess, and I can't wait for that. Last but not least, I want to talk about some future plans. There is music cooking. I got some singles planned. There is one single coming out on January 10th, so check the description below to save it. Last Ride is coming out. A song that did not make it to the album, but kinda was created in the in the frame of the album. So that one is coming out. You saw clips of it already. I posted a clip a few days ago of it, so you know the song, and it's a one. It's more deep. It's pretty dark. It's gritty, and you're gonna check it out. Can't wait for it to come out. I got remixes planned. There's so many remixes stacked up that I can't count them. One is coming out in February, that's for sure, and there's more remixes coming for metal bands, for dubstep artists, and also collaborations and stuff. A lot of stuff is planned, a lot of stuff is finished, but now it has to line up properly with the schedule and everything. Talking about my schedule, you guys gonna ask now, okay, when's the next album coming? Because the scene is so short-living. And I have ideas for it. I started conceptualizing it. I want to get more real instruments involved in it. I want to learn guitar for it. There's stuff planned. It will be big, it will be great. I don't want to be too ambitious for it, but I want to make it perfect. So 2025 might be the year of solo releases, maybe 1 or 2 EPs and remixes. And in solo releases, I count in collabs, like singles, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And then the year after, we might talk about an album again, because it, of course, has to follow up this monument on album. Fin Absolue Du Monde has been for me, and I don't want to put out an album that I just put out an album. You know, it has to mean something to me. And again, I can achieve that only with you guys supporting on Patreon and on my channels and everything. Just because of you, I'm able to do this. And just because of you, I can provide the music that I want to provide on the level that I'm providing it. If I would be forced to just go the normal business route and be like, okay, I have to just post reels every day and stuff, I would not be able to maintain this quality. So just keep that in mind. No pressure at all. If you just watch this video, it means a lot to me and I can't thank you enough. But if you are really interested in driving to the next level, to the next step, and supporting it for the future and making it stable for the future, consider supporting. Thank you. Perspectives. Last thing, as you can see, is I kind of am talking a lot lately, and I realized, okay, I would love to talk a lot more. And especially the video I made with Emir kind of showed me how much I like talking to friends and stuff about any topic ever. And I'm thinking about kind of making a podcast, maybe with my wife, maybe with someone else. We will see. But it's just something that I wanted to throw in here. So if you would be interested in a podcast of me and someone else, or maybe other people, or in general, just a podcast about stuff that interests me, about stuff that grabs my attention, that inspires me, about stuff that I plan, about anything, maybe not only music related, let me know in the comments. Comments are the best way to tell me what you want to see on this channel. So thank you for watching through this. Thank you for listening to myself for 34 minutes. Love you all. Have a great new year. Have a great 2025. And peace.